I'm picking up something. It's like a ghost, only bigger, emanating from the Traveler. There's a resonance in the light I haven't felt since the day I was born, and when I found you. Ghosts reporting in from across the system. We can't explain it, but we all sense it. A heartbeat.
Something is coming. I can feel it. It is drawing power. Could it be enough to drive the darkness away from us?
Every fire team has returned to the city, even the hunters. They're with the people, keeping them safe. And the last time this happened, the world ended. I'm not worried. I'm not.
It is reforming, healing its wounds. This will not be the end. It will be an escalation.
This is what I brought you here to see.
People of the last city, humanity has endured a devastating blow. Vanguard scouts have confirmed that Io, Mars, Titan, and Mercury have disappeared. We don't know why. We have lost contact with Deputy Commander Sloan and Jensen Scribe Ashamir. We are deploying Guardians to all corners of the system to find answers. And with those answers, we will form a plan. In the meantime, we ask that all lightless civilians remain within the safety of the city walls, under the protection of the Traveler. Do not lose hope. Humanity has survived many horrors. We have done so through the strength of our community, through steadfast commitment to one another. Stay strong. Be brave. The Traveler protects us, and we will protect you. The Guardians will come through. They always do.
I've seen terrible things born out in the darkness. Every moment brings them closer. My future does not begin here, but yours does. It's time to step beyond the light. And it all begins with a splinter.
My friends, we are all in great danger. Earth, that great machine, Elixir, and the human. Darkness walks among us. We are all in great danger. My kind must survive. Please, send help. There is not much time. What? Where? Oh no. She's already here. Eris! Please, anyone.
That's another one. They all scan the same. Empty. Why did the darkness invite us here? You're quiet today.
Yeah. It's just, we keep coming face to face with darkness. And every time we fail to stop it, we're just so powerless. I'm picking up a distress signal. Someone's in trouble.
My friends, we are all in great danger.
It's Variks. He has a lot to answer for.
Darkness walks among us.
I'll send a message to let Zavala know.
No, wait. Where is the signal coming from?
Here. Europa. I've tracked Variks' distress signal beyond the ridge. We'd better hurry. It was Variks, you know. He instigated the riot at the Prison of Elders. He's equally responsible for Cade's death. The Vanguard's been after him since. No wonder he's hiding on a desolate moon. We're close to the origin point of Variks' distress signal. These Fallen had an unfamiliar house symbol. Who are we dealing with? Someone's been staying here. There's traces of darkness energy. It's Braytech, from Eventide, Clovis Bray's Golden Age colony here on Europa. Whoever was here was using it to track Variks too. They must have intercepted the distress signal before we did. Okay, I've got the signal's true origin point now. It's not far. Let's hurry. Variks must have really done it this time. If we don't get to him first, someone else will. If it's not already too late. Wait. Darkness. It's close. I feel it, but it's different somehow.
Not only a traitor, but a thief. Now where is it?
Safe from you, yes.
Search the buildings. Find it. Wait!
Eramis, old friend. These powers, they create chaos. They are changing you. This...
Cling to your machine god. With this power, we make our own fate. Always playing pretend. Living in the past. I should have seen it. Make an example of him.
Variks should be just up ahead. There. That's where Variks' signal is coming from.
Fire away from Variks.
Wait a second, I'm picking up more chatter on the Fallen's comms.
Have them surround the perimeter. The snake does not leave here alive. It will be done, Eramis.
Savior, hurry. You must free me. Variks thanks you. And now must hide.
Not so fast. We heard your message. Darkness walks among us. What do you mean?
There is no time. They are coming. Variks asks for your protection once more. I will take shelter inside. Succeed, and Variks will reveal all.
That's the last of it.
Success, Savior. Variks is truly grateful.
Then prove it. We expect answers.
Come to Variks and you will have them. But know that our work here has only just begun. We know ago. You do not trust Variks, yes? But leave your distrust, your blame, for later. The Elixni who attacked me, she is Eramis, ship stealer. A new Kell of Kells, unifier of the houses. And she seeks to build an army of Elixni, powered by darkness. If she is not stopped, she will destroy us all. You must go. Variks will help you find your way.
This is what remains of Eventide. Clovis Bray's European colony, built to house those who came to build Exo, and to become them. So you came to Europa to what? Hide from the Vanguard?
Variks knows of the elephant in the room. Cade 6's death was not my intention. No day passes without regret. I will answer for these crimes. But not before my people are safe from Eramis.
That dome. Is that where you live?
A pinnacle of hope for the remaining Elixni, but a standing reminder of Eramis's betrayal of Variks.
I feel it again. The energy I felt earlier. It must have been Eramis using stasis. Eramis is ours. She's ours now.
Chains! For centuries we have been bound by them. Servants to the so-called Great Machine. We even built idols in its image. We have become pawns of our own devices. No longer. Today, we begin breaking free from our chains. This power is a gift. One I will share with all of you in time. Vilax! One by one, we will rise again. This is our future. Our enemies stand no chance against this power. The great machine will finally know our pain. It would appear our enemies have arrived, eager to test us. Let's not keep them waiting.
Oh no. This... I can feel it. It's too powerful.
Eramis has begun spreading stasis to her army. You must get out now.
I'm calling our ship. Let's go. Don't stop. Keep moving. They actually have darkness. The Fallen. This is really bad. Ship's here. To the left. There. Across the gap. Go!
Variks believed Eramis wished to create a new life for the Elixni. But these dark powers have poisoned her mind. And so I fled from her. For this, she calls me betrayer. There are others who fled. Those like me, who still worship the great machine. They are in hiding. I will not leave them behind. They will be casualties in her war without our help. But perhaps they can be brought to safety. Europa is no longer the haven I hoped it would be. For those who do not wish to live under the rule of a dark Kelm, we must play savior. A secret communications network would allow us to reach out.
Variks, we're ready. Where is the first relay?
Variks thanks you.
Power's going, Variks.
Good. 2 more.
Okay, Variks, that's 2. Did you hear that? Sounded like voices.
What? Who?
The ones who spoke through me.
We must hurry then. There's one more relay.
It's them. They're here. They're beckoning us. answered. We've kept you waiting long enough. Come to us. Salvation awaits. The light believes you thankless. Nothing more than a soldier asked again and again to do its bidding. So we want to thank you with a gift to help you finally take control.
And here comes our guardian. Right on time. I know. I owe you an explanation for all this. I once asked Guardians to destroy the Blackheart, to prevent Darkness's arrival. Success may have been achieved, but I now know that fate comes knocking sooner or later. The floodgates are open. The darkness is here. I wield it now with intent to stop our enemies where the light cannot. Your resilience within the pyramid proves you're capable of wielding it too. Before us lies what we call a ziggurat. Its purpose is temptation. To begin your training, you must give in. Here, take this. Please understand. The line between light and dark is so very thin. Let's cross it together.
I cannot tell you how relieved I am to see you. We are in great need of allies. And I am in even greater need of a buffer between myself and the ever-obnoxious Drifter. The stranger, you see, is far too reserved to provide sufficient rest from his chatter. I suspect her quiet has more to do with what she has to hide. Though I've yet to work out what or why. Still, even these two are an improvement from my solitary studies on Luna. You're lucky to have your ghost, Guardian. As you can surely tell already, this journey into darkness is not to be traveled alone.
Your old pal Drifter was right. It's time to ditch the light, good, dark, bad dogma. And folks are finally starting to see it.
With everything that's at stake, you are reveling in being right.
Just let me have this one, Three Eyes. All right? Just once.
Even out of sight, I can still feel the pyramid watching us, like we're its prey. I'm picking up a fallen transmission. It's Eramis.
Attention all pawns of the once great machine. Did you know that before it doomed your kind, it did the same to mine? You are not special. Just the plaything of a so-called god who would sooner see your life end than its own.
Can it be? I can smell that poisoned power on you. Does corruption spread so quickly? Or do you hope to fight Eramis with her own weapons? You walk a very dangerous path. Take this recklessness to Phylax then, but beware. She is Eramis's most skilled warrior. She made her name at Twilight Gap. Prove yourself a worthy opponent, and she will show herself. Admire your thirst for the fight. Come and find me.
She's transmitting her location to us. Looks like we won ourselves an invitation.
Phylax found fame at Twilight Gap, yes. Fame for ruthlessness, for final deaths. For Phylax, there is no greater joy than battle. You must challenge her, but use caution, Guardian. They say you are a great warrior. Destroyer of Oryx. But I think you are built with machine weakness. God dependence. You flee from battles you think you will lose. Prove you are worth my time.
What did Phylax mean by God dependence? The Traveler. I don't feel dependent on or limited by the Traveler. I feel close to the Traveler. Protected. Or I did. Since you got that splinter, I feel further away than ever.
What drives you, Machine Spawn? Do you fight for glory? For power? My Elixir fight for the fight itself. There is nothing beyond it. Let me teach you this lesson.
I've never seen the Fallen's military forces so organized.
For many years, Elixir lived scattered, yes. Eramis took our broken houses and forged an army.
And she wants to give that army stasis, if they ever came for the last city.
I see now you are a worthy challenge. A chance to hone my blade. Come find me, Machine Spawn. I am waiting. I will bring your corpse to Eramis hell. I will forge myself a beam. Onward. Your soldiers will scatter. But there are other powerful Elixni that will stand in your path.
Destroying the general doesn't destroy the army. But this is a start, at least. Let's get that splinter back to camp.
Eramis's presence on Europa is not happenstance. Temptation set the wheels in motion, but obsession propelled her here. To destroy the light with an army of darkness, she and her followers make those selfish choices moment to moment. The darkness places a spotlight on our desires, as it once did me and those I cared about. For a time, I had forgotten. Humanity relies on our selfless acts to bring about a better world. Darkness is no more than a tool with which we do so. With splinters of darkness still in hand, Eramis remains an immediate danger to humanity. Look within. Focus your power. Let it grow. The ziggurat awaits.
Once word gets out about Stasis, the Vanguard will be bleeding schmucks. Can't show a light bearer a new toy and then tell him not to play with it.
You underestimate Zavala and Ikora. When they can see what we've seen, they will do what's right.
Maybe, Moondust. Maybe.
Understand, Guardian. This power we wield is not a gift from a benevolent overseer. It is a tool, stolen from an enemy. One that is all too tempting to abuse. I know this well. Before the stranger came to offer her guidance, I despaired of my entanglement with the darkness. I shudder to think how easily I could have slipped down the path to destruction. How anyone could. A balanced mind is the best defense, Guardian. Do not let fear or anger tip the scales.
Guardian, this feels wrong. You wielding darkness. But I'm not going anywhere. If you need me, I'm here. I'm picking up another transmission from Eramis.
To my Elixni sisters and brothers out amongst the stars and here at home on Europa, we have suffered a great loss today. Our beloved warrior Phylax was murdered by pawns of the once great machine. As always, they eagerly seek to eradicate us. Remember, light only burns bright so long, but darkness is forever.
I'm here to fight for the light, and so are you. If this is how we're going to do it, I'll be by your side. But we are toying with power neither of us understand, and I have no control over it. If anything happens to you, I may not be able to help, but I'll do what I can.
I have seen what power has done to Eramis, but Perhaps you are different. Perhaps there is hope. Praxis. He is the visionary mind behind Eramis's technology. He brings power from the darkness itself. But Variks was not privy to his secrets, his experiments. You must discover how he creates these dark weapons and stop him.
Last time we saw the Exo Stranger, she wanted us to fight the darkness. Now, after all this time, she's telling you to use it. I believe she's trying to help, I do. But she still hasn't explained exactly what she's pulling you into. It's not fair to you. Got a signal off of that downed servitor. I know where we can find Praxis.
Eramis met Praxis in prison, yes? Oh, each day they spoke through the walls of their cells, dreaming of a new world. His research gave Elixni the ability to draw power from the splinters. Be careful, friend. Kill Praxis, and Eramis will no longer be able to empower her followers with darkness. Interlopers, mappers, extraneous variables. But perhaps I can make use of you. Your kind make compelling test subjects. Let us run a test. Initiating defense protocol near side. Is it strange to see this place, Guardian? Oh, Elixni are haunted by what we have lost. But we are not forced to walk the ruins of our former life, as you are.
The others did not come this far. You are an outlier, aberrant, but I can account for Eramis does not admit errors, so I will not fail.
Variks, Praxis is down. We're finishing up here.
Good. Without Phylax and Praxis, Eramis will grow reckless, careless. Without her counsel, she is weak. She will struggle to control this new dark power.
Perfect time for us to strike. Guardian, we should get back to camp with this splinter. The stranger will be waiting.
Praxis and Phylax are dead. We must retaliate! Atrax. Critus and I can handle this. Return to the crypt and prepare the body.
Eramis, we must take pause. These powers are not what we expected. I, too, am impatient. But there is wisdom in caution.
Caution? Look what caution has earned us. Our enemy exploits our weakness. Now we must act. I will give these Guardians the destruction they crave.
Guardian, I don't even know where to begin. It seems every day I know less and less. But that's not why I came here. The Vanguard has been watching Eramis, and I have important intel for you. You've clearly disrupted Eramis's plans. Vanguard scouts report that she's fled to the Cosmodrome, perhaps to loot the remains of the old House Devil's hideouts. Her plan is unclear, but I believe she's getting desperate. Go to Earth. Find out what her next move is. And Guardian, I understand what you're doing, fighting fire with fire. But the darkness is not our friend. The darkness caused the collapse. By all accounts, it seeks to cause another. Don't let it lead you away from the light. The city needs you. I need you. For now, do what you must for the good of humanity. But don't lose sight of who you are.
Variks, we figured out what Eramis was doing in the Cosmodrome. It's the House of Devils, or what's left of them. She'd called for reinforcements.
Of course. The Devils will follow Eramis's every command. And there are many left yet.
We've tracked them to an old factory.
Do not allow them to reach Europa.
We're on it. Variks, Eramis was planning on flooding Europa with spider tanks. We've dealt with the ones in charge.
Yes, our comms buzz with chatter. Word of your success has already reached Europa. Eramis is most unpleased. She intends to react with another set of reinforcements. The Vex.
The Vex? How?
Europa holds yet another dark secret. A portal built by Clovis Bray, leading directly to the Vex. Eramis intends to activate it.
Then she needs to be stopped. We're on our way. Variks, we're here. Heading in after Eramis now.
The portal within. It was built in your golden age to study Vex. But Vex escaped. Murdered many. You must hurry. Devastation is all we face if Eramis opens that portal.
We're on it.
Hello, Pawn. It's no surprise to find you here.
Eramis, you must not do this. Do you not care for our people?
Far more than you know, traitor. Tell me, Variks, was it not you that tortured and murdered Elixni in the prison of elders?
Variks is...
A hypocrite? Yes. At least here they die for a cause.
You are a monster if you do this.
I'm no monster. What I do for the future of our people.
Open that portal and you kill them all.
Many will die, yes, but more shall live. Our world died, Variks. Do you recall? We were absolutely powerless to stop it. I tried everything to put it behind me, to move on. But in my head, I could not silence the collective cries of our injured and dying. But then, darkness presented itself, and I took it. Finally, Variks. Finally, I felt I could do something. So go ahead. Call me a monster, but do not doubt that what I do for the future of our people. Believing all this the desperate plan of the Calgon man, rather than a step towards absolution. Let's call it justice, for spilling the blood of worthy Elixni and taking what was rightfully mine.
Eramis has always been rash, but this is different. The darkness pervades her mind and spirit.
We'll stop her, Variks. We have to.
Poor, foolish pawn. This time, I made you into one of my own.
There she is.
Unfortunately, you're too late. I'll just have to eviscerate you another day, if you make it out alive.
It's on. Where's all that radiolarian fluid going?
Eramis, what have you done? Ours was a world of prosperity and peace, not unlike your golden age. We worshipped the great machine. But fate intervened. With it came a whirlwind of destruction. In the chaos, the great machine fled, abandoning us all. Eramis, like most, was left consumed with rage. In the wake of loss, Eramis rebuilt a life, found new family, one forged from anger. Eramis saw only destruction of that which abandoned us. Variks fears for Elixni lives. At the command of Eramis, they will meet their end. We all do. We must all make choices. Eramis chose herself over her people. If Eramis is to succeed, the great machine and all who follow it will meet their end. In darkness, there is only one truth. Death.
Oh, Pawn. In another life, we may have been allies, but instead, you put us at odds. So I have no choice but to use darkness to rip, shred, and tear through every single one of your kind.
We won't let you.
Darkness is a parasite. It burrows its way into your soul and feeds on your most selfish desires. Your every wish, tainted and twisted, as you become the very thing darkness wants you to be. In that world, there is no future for any of us. I have witnessed this firsthand. I refuse to let it happen again. So know this as you step away from the light once more. Inside us all is the strength to control darkness. We need only look inward and remember why we're here. We are humanity's final salvation.
You know me, kid. I've been getting ready for the end since the day I was born. Then Stranger here came around preaching the same thing. You ever get antsy when people tell you exactly what you want to hear?
No one's making you stay.
Yeah. I'm just gabbing.
I've written to Zavala and Ikora to convince them of our cause. They're wary, of course. But I believe we can pry open even their closed-off minds. We must, if we're to stand a chance against what's to come. Osiris has done much to pave our way. Many do not reject his ideas as they once did. I sent a message to him as well, though I doubt he read it. I'd rather not contemplate as to why.
This small thing is a welcome sign. The traitor machines.
Seeing you use stasis reminds me how different we are. Even if you can control the darkness for good, nothing can change the fact that I was forged in the light. And all of this Well, it goes against who I am. What I am. I never imagined you'd be wielding darkness. Maybe once we defeat Eramis, you won't need to anymore. Eramis is sending another wide-range transmission.
Judgment Day is upon us, my fellow Elixir. Another foundational pillar of our beautiful society has been knocked down. Praxis, dear friend. Your death at the hands of those puppets will not go unavenged. Soon they will answer for what they've done. I will see to it myself. Rise now, my fellow Elixir. Do not let this scum take more of our sisters, brothers, fathers, and mothers. We are the future of our kind, and we will destroy all who threaten us. Leave no pawn alive.
Be careful, Guardian. This is Stasis at its most powerful. I won't lie. It scares me. I just don't want to see it turn on you. Its grasp is sinister.
Eramis wished to return the Elixir to greatness. Variks wished to follow her, but her anger has made her blind. And it has made Variks see. Eramis cannot save the Elixir, and we cannot save Eramis. We must help the Elixir who wish to flee Eramis. We must give them the second chance she promised. And then the way will be clear for you to end her reign.
Guardian, are you okay? I know. It feels wrong, wielding darkness. We'll do what needs to be done. I'm here if you need me.
Skiff is prepared. Help my allies flee this ruined place, and they will become your allies too. My friend, thank you. Soon the Elixir who still know hope will flee to safety. Mizrax, the light Kel, awaits them. For a Kel, he is young, untested. But my people dare to hope, yes. I see now that you wield this dark power more wisely than Eramis. Perhaps the corruption did not stem from darkness, but from anger. Bring this lesson to Eramis.
The more Elixni that escape, the better I feel. They deserve safety, away from Eramis.
A victory, yes, but more remain.
And when I find them, they'll all die. Good riddance to traitors like you. Unworthy of my empire.
Eramis, it was never meant to be an empire. It was meant to be home.
Home. Our home was taken from us by your once great machine. There is no home for us while it still lives.
Eramis. Variks had hoped somewhere within. The friend I knew remained. But after what you did, I knew I was wrong.
Do you know why they call us Fallen? It wasn't our whirlwind that earned us that name. We're Fallen because Elixni like you never proved we could stand up. To humanity, we were always weak, always doomed. From the moment the once great machine abandoned us, what had to be done? I was the only one who had the strength to do it. So forgive me, traitor, but the friend you thought you had, she never existed at all. You think me insane, don't you, Pawn? One day you'll understand. When your city falls and your people die, when your traveler abandons you.
Eramis is wrong. About Variks, about Elixni. Variks came to Europa for a second chance. For the right thing. That is strength, not weakness.
Oh, please, Variks. You only came here to hide. Like a coward.
No! Releasing Vex put Elixni lives in danger. Many have already perished. Eramis, you are the real coward!
Silence! I've had enough of you, Variks. I will enjoy watching your skull shatter into pieces.
Eramis.
Welcome back. It's time to meet your end. Darkness was not meant for you. You do not understand this power. I will destroy you, your one great machine, and everyone you care for. Your chains are showing. All that power, wasted serving false gods. Ha! Allow me to help you break free.
Ghost.
This is... I can't. I'm sorry.
Ha! Look what I've done for you. No more light. No more dark.
Look within. Focus your power.
How interesting.
The only thing we have to break here is you.
Come then, Khan. Show me what freedom has given you. Come to me, Pawn. It will not end this way. It can't.
You see now. Darkness resides within, beckoning you, as it has many others, across lifetimes, timelines. Beyond ours lies another world, one pervaded by darkness, where Guardians abandoned their light at the call of temptation. In that world, you were no exception. But here, in this world, light and dark swell within you side by side, giving you strength. Remember that when you step onto the ziggurat once more. You're there for one reason and one alone, to fully harness the darkness within you. It's time now. They're expecting you.
I just want you to know, I'm here with you. Through light or dark. We're partners. Always.
You have taken control of the darkness within and sent Eramis to her end. It's time the truth presented itself to you. I mentioned before, another timeline. My own. There Eramis lived, and the temptation of darkness thrived. It pervaded the minds of the good and preyed on their desires, bringing about a new dark age. I feared these events unavoidable, and though I still do, you've given me cause to hope again. Our fight is far from over. We must prevent that dark future, no matter what. Thanks to you, I stand no longer at a familiar end, only a promising new beginning.
That power looks good on you, kid. Real snappy. When the world goes to hell, folks like you and me just keep on going. Still gotta work, still gotta get paid. Bring those fancy new powers through Gambit sometime, huh?
You're far from true mastery, but your progress with Stasis marks a step forward for our cause. Hopefully, your example will encourage others to explore this path. The Vanguard view us three with suspicion. But you they trust. Show them it is not misplaced. Demonstrate how the darkness can be used for good, just as the light has been for evil. This is only the beginning, Guardian. We have much more yet to uncover.
Eramis is gone. I mourn the loss of an old friend. I celebrate the death of an enemy. The taste is bittersweet. But ideas are stronger than death. I hear whispers of Elixni, who wish to take the mantle that Eramis left behind. There is still work to be done. Yes.
Eramis is gone. I can't say I agree with your methods, but you did what had to be done. Europa is a treasure trove of Golden Age knowledge. That knowledge, good and bad, belongs to humanity and must remain out of the hands of our enemies. With their Kell gone, the Fallen will be scattered and disorganized. Frequent targeted strikes will keep them that way. I've made an arrangement with the Awoken. Temporary immunity for Variks while he helps us secure Europa. It doesn't sit right with me after what happened to Cade. But there are greater threats on our doorstep now.
Humanity's refuge does not lie in us alone. We must awaken darkness far and wide, teach the masses to use it for good. But first, we must awaken its power fully. There was one whose knowledge of the darkness exceeded even our own. My grandfather, Clovis Bray the First. Elizabeth, he said to me as I woke, born again as an exo. You are going to save the world. What a load of crap. The old man didn't care about saving the world. He only cared about his precious legacy. Still, here's to hoping he was right. Clovis kept most of his secrets in his personal journal, and I know just where we can find it. It's a strange thing. Sisters alive again at the same time. Me wishing I didn't remember my past. Anna searching constantly for hers. All this time I've kept her searching, kept her away from desire. Fortunately for those of us in need, Clovis left plenty behind. He wanted it that way. You brought the key?
Everything we're looking for is in there?
Clovis was a man so obsessed with legacy he recorded practically everything he did, including every body he left buried in our family's past. History loves referring to his kind as great men, remembering their successes while ignoring the atrocities committed to get there. Make no mistake, Clovis was ambitious, ruthless, a tyrant. That knowledge is why I've kept Anna searching. She's not ready to hear about any of it. Or even about me, for that matter. We're not here to learn who Clovis was, either. Only to gain what he found experimenting with the darkness. Stasis. If we're lucky, this journal is our key to unlocking its greater potential. We'll have answers once I can decrypt it further. Thank you for your help. When I know more, you'll know more. Turns out Clovis's journal is fairly encrypted, and I'm unable to bypass most of it. Probably to keep it away from, well, me. I stood by his side for a time. It's why I look like this. He needed a guinea pig, and after Dad passed, I needed a father figure. Eventually, I realized my mistake and joined my sisters in trying to take our grandfather down. So Clovis took precautions to keep us from interfering. Didn't want us exposing every dark truth about every unethical experiment. And so here we are, encrypted journal and all. I think it's about time we extract some good from the bad. Clovis may have been a bastard, but he was a brilliant one. He hid decryption algorithms for his journal all over Europa. Found one. It's in this console. Bring the key to it. We told her she was adopted, Anna. It was simpler than telling her about our father's infidelity. But it was more than that. Anna had some destructive tendencies as a child. Reminded us all of the old man himself. Our mother thought if Anna believed she wasn't one of us, she'd dodge our grandfather's genetic cruelty, as she called it. I never bought it. Cruelty isn't genetic. It's learned. Clovis chose to be evil, and Anna was just a child acting out after losing her father. But in my original timeline, my dark future, Anna eventually found her own brand of cruelty, thanks to the darkness. It used her troubled past to manipulate her, and she wasn't strong enough to resist, and I had to put an end to it. To my little sister's life. There was no other choice.
You killed Anna?
In my dark future, yes. Truth be told, I miss her. But in this timeline, she doesn't even know that I'm alive. That's by my own design. This time, I kept her away from her past and from me to prevent the darkness from getting to her. But no matter what I do, it still finds a way. Eris Morn gave in to curiosity and brought the darkness. Eramis gave in to desire and built a dark empire. As with all things dark, they were both driven by obsession. Because that's where our fault lies. That's how darkness corrupts. I can't ignore it any longer. Keeping Anna away will only cause her obsession to grow, and the darkness will find her. I must find her first. The decryption code worked. There's enough stasis research in here to hold us over for now, but there's a lot yet to decipher. And Anna should be here when we do. I'll let you know what's next, once I make sense of it all. Thanks for your help last time. I was able to decrypt a portion of the journal with what we found, and it's even more unsavory than I ever knew. Amongst the madness, however, it appears our efforts were not in vain. Clovis hadn't just found stasis, he'd enhanced it. Fortunately for the world, he didn't know how to use it. Just sat in a lab somewhere until the collapse, like so many of his experiments. Decrypting the remainder of his journal should point us in the direction of that knowledge. And I know where we can do just that.
I knew Clovis was bad, but all this... I'm feeling a little ashamed of being a Bray right now.
Welcome to my world.
Elsie... Clovis, you... This is all I wanted. All I searched for. But you've been around this whole time and I never heard from you. Guardian? What are you doing here?
This is actually why I brought you here, Anna. Perfect. This is exactly what we need to decrypt the journal and find that stasis research.
Stasis? You mean darkness power?
Anna, what we're doing here is extremely important. Stasis is just a tool. We've used it for good.
You're using darkness?
I was skeptical at first too, Anna.
Both of you? After everything it's done to us?
Anna, our past. I thought that keeping it from you was the best way to protect you.
Protect me? I've been protecting myself just fine without your help, thanks. And this? using the darkness, that can't end well.
And it didn't before. But this time,
Hold on. Before?
in another timeline, Anna, you were too obsessed with your past for your own good. And I was too selfish for my own good. The truth is, I'm not from this timeline. Where I come from, the darkness won. And I tried to shield you from it, but all I did was drive you to it. I'm sorry for keeping so much from you. I think the best way to help you now is just to be there for you.
Look, I don't mean to be ungrateful, and it's incredible that you're alive. Really. But I don't know how to handle this. I'm sorry.
Anna, wait!
Being honest with her was the right thing to do.
Time will tell. For now, I'll keep working to find the location of Clovis's stasis research. We'll talk again soon.
Good to have you back, Guardian. The Fallen are producing advanced weaponry on Europa to improve their military strength throughout the system. Our goal is to sabotage their efforts however we can. We'll start by taking out a critical manufacturing plant. Variks will be advising you on this mission. He has specialized knowledge of the facility.
It is well guarded, not only by Eramis's Elixir. Vex incursions threaten Europa. Aside through those who still whisper Eramis's name.
Perhaps we can use that to our advantage.
You will encounter many locks here. Variks offers you his keys. They are old. The teeth must fit this new lock.
Do you really think your old access codes will work? Maybe there's another way.
There is no other way.
All right. Just between you and me, I'm really tired of hacking security systems. Access denied. Big surprise there. New plan. Guardian, I'm picking up a volatile energy signature on the other side of the room. A power core, I think. Let's get a little more proactive here.
That was very tight of you, Ghost.
We've been through a lot lately. I'd say we're learning to do things our own way. Wow, the Fallen really built this place up. And another computer terminal.
You must not blow it up. You will disrupt too much.
Fine, let me have a look. Factory's powering down.
Well done, Guardian. This will go a long way in gaining us a foothold on Europa. But we should hit them again as soon as possible. Take advantage of the Vex presence here.
Just give the word, Commander. We'll be ready.
Eramis unleashed chaos on her own city.
Lucky for us, the Vex will further destabilize them. We just need to land the killing blow. See where the Fallen stand now that the Vex are at their door. Find the cracks in their defenses.
Variks thought this place would be the new home of Elixni, Rhys reborn. But these Vex will churn it to dust.
Machine spawn. Did you believe you could break our Kel so easily? She has merely transformed, and she will rise again.
Elixni still flee from this city. Some for house light, some for dusk. Perhaps they flee from Kritis.
Skip evacuated. Send word to Mithrax. Your friends are on their way.
The Light Kel awaits. Variks hopes he will welcome them. Eramis wished to destroy gods, but Kritis simply chose another. She craves not power, but meaning, and she seeks it in darkness.
My people, your Kel sleeps, but she is not dead. The darkness brings another gift, the means to rouse her from her slumber.
Rouse her? That cannot be.
Eramis Kel has not left you. Eramis Kel has just begun. Eramis Kel will return in a storm of blood and ice. In her slumber, Eramis Kel seeks greater knowledge from the darkness. She pledges herself to its mysteries. She journeys through its glorious depths. And she will return not as Kel, but as a god. The darkness sends visions of Eramis Kel. It names me her escort out of the deep. Back to you, her people, her faithful.
It's true. If she has found a way to bring Eramis Kel, to bring Eramis back to life.
We're not gonna let that happen.
Welcome, spawn of the traitor machine. Have you come to witness the rise of a god?
It's over. That's all of them. All of Eramis's lieutenants. Her entire council.
The reign of the Kill of Darkness is ended. Thanks to the Guardian. But in death, Eramis becomes myth. Immortal. Her legacy will go on. New champions will rise in her name. We must stay always vigilant. The Elixni say, from the dust of old Kel rises a new one. Always. Cridus will not be the last. This dark power will draw more. The Elixni will fracture. Form new houses, new ambitions. Come to Variks. Know what Variks knows. Together, we will stand vigil on Europa. There is always another fight.
Cridus is defeated. But it's not the Fallen that concern me now. It's us. I've had time to think. Guardians are not immune to corruption. The pursuit of power has divided us before. I don't know what comes next. But I know that we must remain in the light. I see fractures already. If we bend, we will break. Guardians must not use the darkness. This is the Vanguard's official position. The people of this city look to us. Help me show them the way.
Putting stasis into a grenade launcher, huh? Wish I'd thought of that. Listen, I think the Fallen have bitten off a little more than they can chew here. What do you say we take this thing off their hands? See if you can find intel on where they're keeping the prototype. In the meantime, I'm gonna call in a favor from the shore.
Drifter sent instructions for infiltrating the city. He said he couldn't be on radio. Some top-secret business with Eris and the stranger. He asked me to fill in for him, but he doesn't think I'll be able to sell it. He's wrong. All right. My notes say we got ether tanks all over this rooftop. The exploding kind. Use them to get those guards before they get us. Brother. Nice job with those fireworks. Let's keep moving. I can't believe he thought I couldn't do this. So, a stasis-wielding gun. Wonder what Moondust and the stranger would think of that. Actually, that's a good question. Do you think Drifter even told them about this? Too late now, I guess. The Fallen have this gun on lockdown. Max security. Stay on your toes. You don't get as old as me by being sloppy. No. Too wordy. Don't get sloppy. Better. Keep one hand on your gun, kid. There's the gun. I got access codes to take down that shield. Let me do my magic, brother. Shield's down. Nab that gun, brother. Ah! We tripped an alarm. We gotta... hightail it out of here. I need to focus. Let's get out of here, Guardian.
Hello, old friend. The Drifter said you might need a hand. My associates will arrive shortly. There's a little... roadblock up ahead. A present from the shore. I know the Guardians always enjoy a little extra firepower.
All right. Thanks for the help, Spider.
Oh, it was nothing. I've heard a little of your exploits with this new power, Stasis. Consider this a reminder. You have friends on the shore. Don't be a stranger, Guardian.
Darkness, our ancient enemy. Foretold by many they came, as the Warmind warned us they would. They were confronted with fire, and when that failed, met with intrigue among the bones of Io's last monument to the light. It promised us power, and for it, a price was paid. A lull holds the system, though it is not emptiness that gives us pause. Yet not all is lost. Stand, Guardian. Brandish your light and join the hunt.
Guardian, we have a developing situation that I need you to take point on. For the past few weeks, Osiris has been trying to assess the damage caused by the return of the darkness. He believes that Xivu Arath, the Hive God of War, seeks to take advantage of the power vacuum left in its wake. Osiris was investigating physical manifestations of her magic near the Scarlet Keep when his ghost, Segiro, was slain. Osiris delivered a message through a secure channel requesting that you personally aid him in this hunt. He's desperate, Guardian. I need you to save him from himself.
I'm worried about Osiris. If Sagira's gone, then...
Don't worry about me, but keep your voice down. I'm using an external comm. I thought I was hunting Sagira's killer, the High Celebrant of Xivu Arath. Now I think it's hunting me. Meet me in the Hall of Wisdom.
He cut the transmission. We have to hurry.
Your friend is in a lot of danger.
Who are you?
A concerned ghost. Osiris shouldn't be here, especially in his condition.
We appreciate the warning, but we know what we're doing. If you and your Guardian are here to help.
My Guardian, right?
Osiris, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm luring the High Celebrant to the Shrine of Eris. There. There! Break through the barrier. I think it knows you're here. It's trying to keep us separated.
That night is radiating strange energy. It has to be the High Celebrant, the one that killed Sagira. Osiris, we're here. We'll get that barrier down.
Your ghost close, Guardian.
Osiris, it's heading your way.
Good. I've retreated deeper into the shrine. I think this may have been a trap. The tower you saw on the way in, that's a hive cryptolith. It's a conduit of darkness. One of many. The High Celebrant is using them to deploy soldiers across dimensions and tempt others to Xivu Arath's side. If I don't make it out of this, I want you to tell Saint.
Tell him yourself.
Guardian, picking up multiple hive signatures headed Osiris's way. We're closing in, but facing heavy resistance.
We have to get out of here.
You're here! Finally! Is it done? Calm down,
Osiris!
We warned you it was going to be dangerous down here, especially for the ghostless. I'm glad to see we're all okay, though. I'm Glent, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Go on. Introduce yourself.
They call me the Crow. My boss wants to see you.
Impossible.
What's this? Thought I told you to bring me the warlock Osiris. Explain yourself.
Osiris.
Lost his ghost. He's gone back to the tower to recover.
You light-mongers never cease to amaze me. You deal violence so easily, and suffer loss so poorly. Such fragile killers.
We'll finish what he started.
And what's that?
Avenge Sagira. Eliminate the High Celebrant.
I had it in my sights. If your friend hadn't needed saving.
You forget your place, little bird.
My apologies, Baron.
Now then, perhaps we can help each other out, eh? I know how accomplished you are at exacting revenge. Zivu Arath is using her High Celebrant and those damn cryptoliths to corrupt Elixir. Cabal, too. But I'm losing soldiers in Glimmer by the skiff load. That's right. I know what Osiris was doing on the moon. I also know you'll fare far better given the proper motivation. Leave us, Crow. The Guardian and I have terms to discuss. My little bird sure is something, isn't he? I have to imagine you share in my appreciation of fate's cruel sense of humor. I found him wandering the reef like a piece of wind-blown trash. Aimless, hopeless, no memory of the prince he was. Now, I could have sent him off to the tower, but we all know what's waiting for him there. I couldn't let that happen, so I took him in as a kindness. As far as his loyalty is concerned, I took a few extra precautions and made some modifications to his ghost's shell. Now, if he ever flies too far from the nest, boom. That ugly business out of the way. Let's focus on what really matters. This hive infestation. I propose a partnership. You go out there and do what it is you do best, and I'll, lend you the resources you need to get it done. Maybe even a little extra something on the side. Just don't mention the name Uldren Soth. For his sake.
The reef's sky has holes in it, and the whole system's in chaos. Of course, Zivu Arath decided now was the right time to corrupt herself and army. We call them Wrathborn.
Most of them are Elixni like Spider. Others... well... Spider wants the lines of Glimmer open, Hive God or not. Asked me to help you deal with Xivu Arath's High Celebrant. Apparently, the Guardians of the Last City are old friends of mine. But I don't remember you. I found some Hive artifacts gathering dust in Spider's trove, and fashioned them into a lure. Wrathborn go crazy for them. When they take the bait. I wish there was some other way. But her magic's driven them mad. Hunting them down is the only way to weaken Xivu Arath's grip on the shore. Like Spider says, violence is the only language the Hive understand. For now we can start small, work our way up her command chain. When we reach the High Celebrant, we'll take it down. Stop Xivu Arath from corrupting anyone else. Don't take this the wrong way, but it's nice to be working with another light bearer.
It's done.
So it is. So it is. All right, Guardian. As promised, you can have a prized bauble from my lair as compensation for your heroics.
I want him.
Cute. Real funny.
You said anything in the room.
Oh, you really want my little bird? Fine. You can have him. Fly away. And get the hell out of my lair.
Now what? I don't know. It doesn't feel real. Freedom. Why would you do this for us?
Because you're a Guardian.
Turns out Clovis really did find stasis power within the darkness. He just didn't know how to use it. So naturally, he hid it. Lucky for us, he did so in the most Clovis Bray of locations. With himself. The giant Exo at the bottom of the Exo factory? That's him. Well, his AI. And I think it's time we all had a talk. Anna included. This is her journey too. In the dark future, she was going to take it with or without me. And when I wasn't there, the darkness was. I won't let that happen again.
Artificial intelligence activated. Who in the hell do you think you are?
Excuse me?
The Deep Stone Crypt has stood for centuries without intervention. From the ether, your people swoop in and destroy my work without thought.
Your work? Are you?
More than just an AI? Indeed. I am an exact replica of Clovis Bray the First's consciousness. Woken, thanks to the intruders in the crypt.
Those Guardians weren't the intruders. They were trying to protect it from the Fallen.
Fallen?
An alien race that appeared after the collapse.
The collapse? Sounds like I have much to catch up on. I suppose, if you're telling the truth, I should offer my gratitude to your kind. In the meantime, perhaps you could refrain from further destroying my life's work. Artificial intelligence activated. Oh, you again. And what should I help you with this time?
It's our friend, Banshee, an Exo. He had scattered visions of dead Exos that mentioned a blade and led to you.
Did you say Banshee?
Yes, he's our gunsmith.
How interesting. You're after the blade then, I assume.
We're just out to help our friend make sense of his memories, hoping the blade helps with that.
Yes, I'm aware of where it lies. You want it? Prove you're worth my time first.
Same to you.
No.
Clovis?
You've meddled in my affairs, haven't you? The Vex march on me through no provocation of my own.
We were just searching for the blueprints to reforge the blade.
And provoked the Vex to my doorstep in the process. If you desire the end result of those blueprints, you'd best make haste.
Clovis, we're almost to you.
Any slower and there will be no me left to protect. The Vex gather en masse at the facility entrance.
We're doing what we can.
Allow my assistance then. There's an old maintenance tank outside. Acquire it. Demolish those monstrosities.
This must be the tank. The Vex are everywhere. Almost like they were waiting for us.
It's possible the Vex use me now as bait to retrieve the blade. In their hands, it will be lost forever, along with your beloved Banshee memories. The Vex storm the facility. I require immediate protection.
We're coming.
Do you spot my security frames? I'm unable to detect them. They've likely been apprehended by the Vex.
We'll free any we can find.
They've found me. Where are you?
We're almost there.
The blade, do you retain it? It must be reformed.
So now you want to help us?
That blade was the bane of the Vex, wielded by a valiant Exo the last time they invaded, centuries ago. In pieces, the Vex believe they have a chance to reacquire it. I will relent this once. I should have helped you soon. We must now rebuild it together. There, the pedestal. Place the blade upon it. I will initiate the forging protocol. The onslaught has arrived. They must not disrupt the forging process.
We'll hold them off.
Forging protocol complete. Take it. Now! Wield the blade. Destroy them all. Every last one.
That's the last one.
I suppose I owe you a debt of gratitude. However, I generally prefer not to be indebted to anyone. As such, you may consider the blade your property. Though I should allow this Banshee an opportunity to test its integrity once more.
You sure you're safe?
Thanks to you, yes. Until our next meeting. Must battle the elements as well as the enemy. Even you, free as you are from susceptible flesh and blood, can't withstand Europa's harsh winters for long. Remember, while the setting is virtual, the damage done is all too real. Hurry now. You have miles to go before you sleep. You know what I do for a mobile body like yours, and you risk it without so much as a thought. You know, you remind me of my granddaughters when they were children. In the most tedious sense. I didn't enjoy entertaining their inexhaustible games then. And I certainly don't now. Hopefully, you've had your fill. Elizabeth sent you here to pester me, didn't she? I programmed this challenge especially for her, you know. I'm not shocked she held on to that grudge for more than a millennia, which can't be good for her mental stability. Clearly, you share my granddaughter's particular brand of lunacy. Let's see if you can measure up intellectually as well. Elizabeth taught you the tricks of this arena, didn't she? Clever girl. This stage, however, I concocted just for you. Good luck. I can certainly see why my granddaughter chose you to be her lackey. Run on back to her well. What you've done here will power her smug satisfaction for another 1,000 years.
Anna, you came back.
Yeah, well, it's not every day you reunite with your robot sister after the apocalypse. And because I figured if you went to that much trouble to protect me, you must really care.
I do. I've just been scared, Anna, about losing you again. I thought I was doing the right thing, keeping the truth from you.
All you need to do is be my sister, Elsie. Whatever truths we face, no matter how tough, we'll do it together.
No better time than the present, then. You brought it?
Confidential intelligence activated. It has been centuries since our collective passing, and yet my granddaughters, Elizabeth and Anastasia, stand before me, alive.
Clovis?
Yes, Anastasia. It's me.
Incredible.
I assume since you've made it this far, you've come for my research. Potent darkness energy. This is what you were looking for, Elizabeth? I could never use it. Something tells me you can.
I can, and will, but not alone. We can all use it for good, to save humanity.
No. What? It's not what it's for at all. It's for research, for legacy, for the Bray name.
Why am I not surprised?
Don't get holier than thou on me. Need I remind it was you who volunteered for Project XO? You knew the Bray name was at stake and you fought for it. Like your sisters, your mother, even your father, all ungrateful and weak.
You were always a bastard, Clovis.
Yet, you stood beside me willingly, even into eternal life. Life I gave.
Well, good thing you did. Because I'm going to use it to help save the universe from evil like you.
Your naivete was always to be your downfall, granddaughter. Enjoy the gift, and don't forget, always be a prey. Like me.
You know, Clovis was always problematic, but he used to have some humanity before he let the darkness take it from him.
Screw him. He can't control us anymore. Let's take this power and use it exactly like he doesn't want us to. For humanity.
Anna's right. We have what we came for. Time to take it to the ziggurat. Come find me after. I just wanted to say thank you for so much. Most of all, helping me reunite with my sister. In the dark future, Anna was tempted. And I wasn't there for her. From now on, she can count on me. And when she's ready to wield darkness for good, I'll be right there to guide her. In fact, I'll be here to guide anyone who wants it. The Vanguard only recognizes the light. Someone has to do the same for the dark. Or else we risk losing everyone and everything. We have a universe yet to save. I'm looking forward to doing it together.